Hello, hello, hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. We are back here with some ICEwall playing Glass Cannon, which I am soon going to terribly, terribly regret, but until then, hey, it's gonna be pretty fun! Yeah, so the thing about Glass Cannon is it has insanely high attack damage. I believe I forget if it was 100 or 1,000, we'll see in a second, but it only has 1 health point and no health upgrades. Which, yeah, makes it kind of hard to survive quite a bit of stuff. And I forgot to turn on, hold on. Please. Yeah, hold on. There we go. Okay, sorry, I forgot to actually turn on the video so you could see what was going on. Probably pretty important considering that it's a video. Alright, but anyway. Yeah, so those of you who haven't seen ICEwall before, it is a kind of Alien Defenders-like game. Every time you kill someone on a certain layer, it will ramp up the attack speed of all other units on that layer. So for example... hold on, sound's gonna cut out one more time. There we go. And... there we go. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, so, what was I saying? Yeah, so every time you kill someone on a certain layer, the enemy's attack speed will ramp up. If we take no damage, we get a bonus option, so instead of 3 choices, we have 4. And in this case, we're going to take Santa gift, which I believe is just a Christmas special thing. Very, very nice. Enemies have a 4% chance to drop a red gift pickup, plus 2 attack damage when destroyed. Now, that's not very good for us, but I kind of want to see what else Santa's gift gives. Okay. For the most part, we want to try and leave yellows alive. Not only are they a little bit more difficult to dodge with other stuff around, but they're the only thing that doesn't ramp like everything else because they don't have bullets that they shoot, unless, of course, you actually destroy them. So there's no... let's get this red. So there's no ramping damage as they do stuff. Now we got pink, green, red, and now we only have yellows to worry about, which we can take nice and slowly. But yeah, I've tried to do Glass Cannon quite a bit before. And yeah, it's 100 attack damage. Tried to do Glass Cannon quite a bit before. I had an entire section where I was just trying as hard as I could to get it to work. I spent about 3 or 4 hours recording, and it just wasn't going well. Here we're going to take Berserk. It's a terrible option for me, and I shouldn't take it, but you know what? First run of the day, why not? Alright, we got the red down. Reds are particularly difficult because they aim where you are when they fire. Meaning, if you try and dodge them, you're just making them cover a wider area with their shots. Dodged a little too far, a little too fast. Right now I have the ship following my mouse, so anywhere my mouse goes, the ship goes. It makes it a little easier most times to control than WASD controls, but the downside is, of course, if you don't have its fine motor control over your movements, you are going to get absolutely screwed. And as someone with a little bit of a tremor, especially if I'm not paying attention, aka when I'm talking tear, it is not always the easiest for me, but it's a heck of a lot easier than using WASD and tapping and going way too far at one point. Alright, there we go. All dead. Level complete. So, here we have a choice between Spear to Pierce, Warrior for +5 attack damage, Process for extra fire rate, and Split for extra projectiles. Best ones here that I'm seeing are probably Spear or Split. Fire rate is really, really nice as well, but I think I'm going to go with Split. It's not a great option because a lot of the time you'll end up hitting stuff that you didn't want to, and if, for example, we hit like 4 yellows with one shot, it does not make it very easy to dodge stuff. Especially because that means they come at sharp angles, and generally when things come at sharp angles in this game, they cover a lot more of the area that you have to either start dodging or just completely ignore, which isn't great. Next, we're going to go with fire rate. Fire rate should be pretty good, just because faster shots. Should have dodged the right there. Brain died the second I saw it coming in, and I'm like, I can't dodge this. And then another part of my brain was going, move right, move right. And it was not listened to. All right. Let's get these reds out nice and fast. There we go. Green down, green down, green... Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. Wait for a good cycle. And there we go. Yeah, almost everything will always have a little bit of a break in their shots, so that if you only have direct fire, you'll be able to get underneath them. Santa's gift again? Sure. Let's try and get this purple in the back line. There we go. You... I want to see if I can... No. Oh well. Just get the red like this. I'm not too worried about green ramp. Green ramp is directly in... Or green shots are directly in front of themselves, so... I don't have to worry too much about being a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left. I just have to shoot, and they will die. Oh, we have our first upgrade. Let's make sure to grab this. +2 attack damage. Wow. Oh. Enemies have a 3% chance to drop a yellow gift pickup. +15 fire rate when destroyed. I'm gonna go with that one. Okay. Thank you for dying nice and fast. Let's go for the red. Come on. There we go. Alright, those shouldn't be too difficult at all. Come on. There we go. Wait for the right shot cycle, and it's nice and easy. Minimize, very, very nice. The extra movement speed is generally pretty good, except if you're using keyboards, because keyboard you tap with high movement speed and it's like, oh, I guess I'm all the way over here now. That's not always the best. Projectile size isn't great, but minus player size is very, very good. The best part about lower player size is... Let's make sure to get this attack speed. There we go. Yeah, the best part about reduced player size is that with a reduced player size, you have the ability to get through smaller gaps than you would otherwise be able to. Which may not sound like the most powerful thing, but last time I had it, I wasn't even thinking about half the shots that I was dodging, and it was just working. Which, hey, if I can get that to happen, I will probably get this a lot easier than I would otherwise. Okay, dodge now. Let's make sure to get all these reds destroyed, because they're the ones that have the harshest shot angles. And then... pink... green... and the rest of you shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, if I can get some shot size increases, it's definitely not a bad choice at this point. If I can't, though, it's not too much of an issue. Alright, light speed, projectile fire rate... or, sorry, projectile speed and fire rate. I think for the fire rate, it's definitely going to be worth it. Alright, and we have our first set of bosses. I didn't even make it this far on all of my previous glass cannon runs, so Either I was way too tired to... Okay, missed the upgrade, but you know what? Not too bad for having killed the bosses. Now I just... Oh, apparently it ends on its own. I didn't think it did that. Alright. Yeah, not too bad. We're gonna go with Spear this time. Just being able to pierce through projectiles is gonna make it a lot better at the birds that are about to show up. Yep, there we go. Focus on killing off the purples. The purples are absolutely terrifying if you have way too many of them alive. And now we just have the green left. There we go. Please come. Okay, it waits for it. Very nice. Level complete. Next, we've taken no damage, so we have a few options to choose from. I think I'm going to go for split this time, just being able to hit things on different sides of the screen. While a little bit dangerous, I think we can make up for that. Should have stayed left. Well, at least we've made it to the first boss so far. Much further than we made it before, tier. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a good idea to get some of the movement speed upgrades. After experiencing the hyper small size of everything, or the hyper small upgrade, my brain doesn't want to remember what it's called, that we got last time, it is definitely a very, very nice option. Just being able to dodge more stuff, and if I can get the additional size decrease, of course, then that would be even better, but I never want to rely on getting a legendary upgrade. It's just such a low chance. We're going to ignore Santa's gift. It is very nice, but it's not quite something that I feel like is too necessary with what we're doing. So for now, we're going to get the movement speed upgrade, because I was just talking about how much I was enjoying it. Let's make sure to get the red. Do not... Okay. The most horrifying part about yellows is not fighting the yellows. It's just when there's so many shots on the screen that my brain starts to go, I don't know, boss. This is a lot to track. And yeah, this is not fun. Alright, there we go. Singularity. It's very nice, but it really is quite one note, and it doesn't have... It does not do well at scaling for... Okay, dodge right. Yeah, it does not do... A little bit too far to the right. Singularity does not scale well at large groups of enemies, because the only upgrade you get from then on is a damage and fire rate increase, which can be very nice, especially if you have, for example, the ship that has double shot by base. However, for the most part, it doesn't give you any more utility from that point on, which can be quite an issue, especially with ships like this, where you already don't have any sort of utility. It's literally only the fact that you have 100 damage in a shot. Alright. Yellow dies. All clear. Next. Ooh, minimize. Yep. Gonna get that right away. The reduced shot size is not an issue when compared to the rest of the bonuses that you get from it. And there we go. Clean that up nicely. We're going to leave that green on the left-hand side for now. It's just going to make it so that we have slightly less ramp to worry about with the purples. And I will always take slightly less ramp because, yeah, ramp hurt. Ramp hurt a lot. Alright, there we go. Options. I'm tempted to go for split and fire rate. Those are the two big ones right now. I think for now, probably fire rate. Okay, first red is down. Let's dodge to the right. start clearing up this area so that we can hit purple. There we go. And then let's clear out the area to hit red. Alright, nice and clean. Let's take this slow. No reason to take it fast. Alright, level completed. Accelerate for even more fire rate. You know what? Sure. Definitely not a bad choice. Alright, now we have to be a little bit careful because there are a lot of yellows in this formation, and as I'm worrying a lot more about dodging than I am about actually shooting and aiming, it's going to be quite important to not accidentally set off 200 different yellows at once. There we go. Okay. Needed a second of silence to concentrate, but definitely not too difficult to get that over and done with, especially with the decreased size. We now have the option of plus 30 fire rate if you finish a level in under 20 seconds, and you know what? I like the idea of that. And now we have boss, so let's take this out. Nice and quickly. That was going to be a tight right then left dodge there. That's a feels bad. Well, at least we are consistently making it to the boss, at least when we have the really good upgrade. Alright. That's the first red gone, second red gone. You know, honestly, I was aiming for the green there, but I will 100% take a red death when I'm not expecting a red death. Let's take out you. And then 2 mines left, which are really not an issue. Next. Fire rate or movement speed. Let's go for movement speed. Just that much more responsive, except I can't use it because I am terrible. Oh well. Configuration, hard, draft, glass cannon. Oh boy. Okay, we can take out quite easily you two, and come on. There we go. Take out that red. I tried doing the tighter dodge. I don't know why. My brain said, yes, if you dodge left in between these two, it will work. No, that's not how it works. Alright. Well, let's take it nice and slow. Few too many yellows going off for my liking there, but it all turned out well in the end. And there we go. All the greens are nicely dead. Take out the last two, and we're happy. There we go. Level complete. You know what, let's go for double shot. It's not useful most of the time, but once we hit the boss, it's going to mean that we pretty efficiently incinerate the boss with no issue. And of course, if we can catch the very side of someone, like right there, we'll make it quite easy to destroy. Brain slowed down for that one. It'll make it quite easy to destroy 2 in a row. And you know what? I'm very happy with the 2 in a row destruction, even if it's only occasional. In fact, occasional is probably best, that way we're not just killing off tons and tons of... Oh god, triple shot. Tons and tons of yellows in a line. Brain said dodge right, then it said no, dodge left, and that was just a terrible option to dodge both right and then left. Oh well. I think the whole reason I dodged left there after dodging right was because my brain said, oh yes, if you dodge right, then you won't have to worry about hitting the enemy, you'll be further away from everything, you'll be safe. And then my brain went, but if we dodge left, we might be able to hit the enemy. And that's not a good thought process to have. The best offense in this game, of course, is a great defense, which is why I'm so terrified about this fight with a ship that has wonderful offense and absolutely terrible defense. Double shot again? Sure, why not? Alright. Going to take it a little bit slow for some of this. Leave that one yellow alive because that will reduce ramp. And then we have a second yellow we can leave alive. Okay, we just have a pink left, and that's all I have to worry about. If I manage to die to a yellow when there are no normal people shooting on the screen, then it better be because I either shot it too close to me, or there was just so much going on. Next, we're going to take triple shot again, because while it's also just a really... You know, I was kind of hoping we wouldn't get this map with triple shot again, because my brain is not happy with the idea of running into stuff that I just lost to. It's probably not too bad. Yeah, there we go. I just need to take it slow and steady, and we will get it. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad. Fire rate, attack depth. I'm tempted to go for the fire rate, but I think I'm going to go with spear right now. This was not the best one to go for spear on, but you know what? Not too bad. Okay. Brain demanded silence for a second there. Keep dodging left. Be confident in your dodging. If you dodge back and second guess yourself, you will only end up in pain. Okay. Keep shooting down the center because... Oh, I was really hoping that would kill him. If you keep shooting down the center pre-game, then you'll have the shots actually come into reality when the enemies come into reality and killing them, normally. I guess not that time, though. Alright, last one. I am really good at killing off this first stage stuff. Definitely not supposed to be the easiest one, right? Alright, there we go. Yeah, one thing I would be interested in seeing is if mines... Oh, sniper. If we had multi-shot and low base damage, sniper is so nice because you get that +1, and that becomes +2, +3, +4, +5, +6, and all of a sudden you're just dealing bazillions of attack damage against whatever you fire at. Alright, let's go with the double shot. Of course, you had to have an entire row of yellows in front. It's not a terrible idea in this situation to destroy the yellows because it means that you won't be shooting them later, and as the ramp is in fact based off of the number of stuff in a particular row, leaving them alive doesn't help at all with ramp. I would just rather... Brain, don't tell me to dodge into that. Take it slow, Brain. Take it slow. It's okay. What was I saying? Yeah, I would still rather not be dodging them at the same time as other bullets come in, so yeah. We're going to take some fire rate. A little bit too far to the left. Oh well. I'm going to try lowering my sensitivity just a bit. That should help out. First one, dead. Second one, dead. Third one, dead. And all of the important ones are dead. Thank you. Okay, I just... Downside to lowering my sensitivity. My snap aiming stuff is not as prepared for the lower sensitivity. Alright, kill you. Kill you. Kill you. There we go. Nice and easy. Minimize. Yes, in fact, we're going to increase our sensitivity for minimize because I find that that is actually quite useful. Okay. Let's try and take out these purples on the right. We're going to leave the green on the right alive for two reasons. First of all, it will lower the ramp, of course. And second of all, it will allow it to bounce back a little bit earlier, so if I wasn't able to get the purples just because of fire timing or whatever, I wouldn't have to worry about the green shot in addition to them. Alright, level complete. Next. Let's go for double shot. Okay, let's dodge to the left now. Should have kept going to the left. Brain thought I could dodge and weave back and forth to try and hit the guy at the top, but I did not need to worry about him because he was already dead by that time. Alright. Let's make sure to snipe the back line and the reds. You know, just hit the importance. Dead. Easy summary. You can kill that yellow, no issue. And then the... Brain, stop looking at the enemy. Look at the shots, not the enemy. Alright. Sequence 1, run. Alright. Purple is all dead. Green is now dead. Or green. Brain, confidence in your movements. Stop second guessing. It's okay. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Like this. There we go. 4, 5. And then we just have greens and a little bit of yellow. Yeah, really the biggest thing that you have to worry about with the yellows is the bottom 5 most shots. Anything else past that doesn't really ever matter. Here we go. Alright, fire rate or multiplier or double shot. Let's go with double shot. Can take out the red nice and swiftly. Take a second. There we go. No need to rush. One doesn't need to be rushed. Okay, and then you two basically only have to worry about the front angle because both of you really only fire forward. There we go. I'm going to regret this. Let's take split. Should have dodged to the left, or dodged harder to the right. Right then left never goes well unless I'm tiny. Alright. Take out you. Nice and slow. Concentrate all I need to. There is no reason I have to rush this. There we go. Alright, green's the only one left. And there. All good. Alright, let's get us a double shot. Movement speed is tempting me, but I don't know, brain's going, why go defensive when you can kill more? I hate you so much for that thought, brain. Okay, biggest worries are now dead. These have gone into the absolute worst combo of fire, so I cannot, or rather, I'm absolutely terrified of the idea of dodging into that, but now that it's coming back my way, it's a lot easier to deal with. Alright, and goodbye to you. Level complete. Super Jackpot Draft Event. Choose any number of legendary drafts. Light speed will take you. We're going to ignore singularity. I'm not going to take New Dimension just because with the mouse movement, it tends to kill me because I have my mouse on the upper side of the screen, so I charge forward at the start of the game, and then it just kind of die from there, and then we'll take Berserker. Yeah, this attack speed is very nice. I do enjoy it. Alright. Laser. You know what? I'm already gonna regret so much. Dodge too far. You know what? I wasn't even regretting it that much, and then I just killed myself. Alright. Let's try this again. I truly do believe I can do this, and that it isn't going to be that difficult. It's just that I keep making really, really silly mistakes. Goodbye purple, goodbye green, and goodbye red. I just deal with the rest of this. Well, there we go. All good. Alright, what's next? You know what? Let's see if we can get Bubble. There we go. Take it nice and slow. We'll leave these greens alive because I do not want to have to worry about too much ramp. And there we go. All good in the neighborhood. Alright, what next? Let's take Process for the extra fire rate. Alright, I should, with fairly good confidence, be able to take out you. Now I just have to worry about the purple. There we go, let all the shots go by, and we can take out yellow nice and simply. Next. Ace is interesting, but I'm not going to take that. I think I'm going to go for Hackware instead for the extra ramp. Taking out all the greens is probably a fairly good idea. That was just not a good corner to be stuck in. The reds were coming at such an angle that it was going to be very difficult to properly dodge them. One dead, 2 dead, 3 dead. 4 and 5 dead. These guys are at a terrible curtain position, so I'm not going to be able to make it past there with any form of confidence, and as such, I'm just going to wait for them to bounce back. There we go. And they all die. Level complete. Replicants tempts, but I'm not going to be going drones with this setup, so let's go with Spear instead. Split was also very tempting, but... I started to second-guess myself too late. If I had second-guessed myself earlier or later, it would have been better. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave the back line so that purple isn't ramping. And there we go. Nice and simple. Rest of you do not have to exist. be gone. There we go. Light speed, you know what for. If nothing else, the extra fire rate is pretty darn good. We'll leave that green alive to reduce ramp. And there we go, we just have greens left. Take you out. Take, come on. There we go. Take you out, and then yellow. There we go. Definitely not too bad. Runny, you tempt me. You really do, but I'm not going to. Let's go for process. A little bit too far. Okay, let's lower where my mouse is so that I can look at it directly on top of my guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Rest of you. Nice and easy. Yeah, one thing that I would be interested in knowing about is whether or not, when there's those small tight formations at the back line of the enemy, whether or not those count towards ramp for one side or the other of it. Alright, got rid of those nice and handily. Take these out slowly so that we don't deal with too much ramp. There we go. Or ramp. Too much yellow explosion. That is definitely not ramp. Alright, there we go. Then we just have 2 greens left, which 2 greens is never bad unless they're walling. Or curtaining, or whatever it is I usually call it. Sarissa. You know what? Sure. You know what? That went really, really well. And then I just ducked through that entire line of blues and just went straight between them. I'm actually kind of proud of that. I don't do that very often. Alright. There we go. Movement speed was definitely a little bit tempting there, but it is not the safest option, and so we're going to ignore it. Because I don't trust myself with movement speed. They were getting very close there. Why did purple have to keep shooting? Ugh. Alright. Yeah, the split shot is a little bit better than piercing, just because split shot tends to hit multiple people in the same rows as opposed to piercing, which hits people behind. And the downside to hitting people behind in rows is that ramp. They all start to ramp then, instead of just having a few people in the front row ramp. Okay, and you two are dead. Let's go for fire rate. Well, that went better than I thought it would. Okay, there we go. Not bad at all. We have Sniper, but I don't really mind Sniper. It's... If I had any other ship, it would be really nice. very happy about getting... Okay, let's focus on this red. Very happy about getting rid of the pink nice and early. It tends to be the most horrifying one on this, especially when you're trying to shoot it and all of the other stuff get in the way. Let's go for split. This is going to be... the dodge left. That almost went really well. I think if I had made it past the initial absolute death and destruction, I would have actually won that. Alright, most of the pinks are gone. There we go. Alright, kill off you and kill off the other one. But yeah, how's everyone's Christmas is gone? Or what are you doing for New Year's? Both of these are questions. I personally had a pretty fun Christmas. We went out and did family stuff up in the mountains because my mother lives up there, and so we always tend to head up there because, I mean, winter in the mountains. There's so much to do. And while we'll avoid doing quite a bit of the more touristy stuff that get really expensive on Christmas, there are still some stuff that are fairly cheap, like going to the hot springs. Hot springs are very, very nice. If any of you haven't gone to hot springs before, I would very much encourage it. Let's see. Split diagonals. Let's go. I have about 20 seconds before I regret this. Should have kept going right. And I took out the pink too. Oh well. Yeah, the biggest thing about split is if you can make it past the early part of having a split, it then becomes really good. But yeah, hot spring. I need to watch my ship. I was looking at the enemies again. Ugh. Yeah, hot springs. Really, really encourage it. If anyone gets an opportunity to go, I would not turn it down. The only exception, of course, being health issues or whatever. If you have health issues, probably don't go to the hot springs. Well, unless the health issues are like back stuff. Just if you're sick, don't go to the hot springs. Yeah. Otherwise, hot springs are very, very nice. I can't think of a single hot springs I've gone to that I went... No. Well, I lied. There is one. There's one hot springs up in the back of Steamboat. Normally, absolutely wonderful hot springs. Joy to visit, and not that bad. But don't go there at night with kids. Because at night, there are some people who use as a nudist hot springs, which I don't know whether it just isn't cold out or if it just straight up isn't against the rules. But yeah, if you have little kid, bringing them to nudist stuff probably isn't the best thing. Yeah, other than that, we had an opportunity to go snowmobiling, which was very, very fun. We've done it once before, but it was years and years ago. So this time I actually got to drive, which is very, very fun, especially as they ended up taking us to a part with not a ramp, but like a little hill and a large area that you were free to do whatever you wanted to do on and go as fast as you want in between all of the sightseeing stuff that they were taking us on. And yeah, very fun experience. Let's take split here. I'm going to regret it, but until... there we go. I have regretted it. Oh. But yeah, very, very fun. One thing that you do not think about is how much physical exertion there actually is in going snowmobiling. Because normally you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, like driving a car doesn't take that much energy. Look at yourself, not at the enemies. Driving a car doesn't take that much energy. It's just you put foot on the pedal, you turn the steering wheel. There you go. But using the snowmobiles, there's a lot more there's a lot more like turbulence that you directly feel in what you're doing. So if you aren't as prepared for it, like I wasn't, because I'm not the most physically fit person. I'm not fat by any means, but many years of doing nothing leads to not having the highest muscles, yada yada. Let's take light speed. I'm surprised that light speed doesn't add some movement speed as well, but oh well. But yeah, so definitely felt that the next day and the day after. Luckily, the next day we were going to the hot springs anyway, so that helped out a little bit with it. Should have hanged to the right until the gap. That's feels bad. So yeah, the hot springs took care of a little bit of it, and then I slept like 14 hours last night, which got rid of the rest of the pain. So yeah. What else? Oh yeah, we had one of my older brother's friends over. Fun hanging out with him. Might play with him sometime if we can get together and play Hell Let Loose, but I think Hell Let Loose was still a little bit laggy. I might be thinking of Dark Tide when I say that, but I know one of the things were just a little bit laggy. But yeah, fun guy to play with. Let's kill the rest of you. Yeah, and then of course, lots of fun presents from family. The older Scramble bro, he's now in the what's it called? Now in the Discord. Got me the new mic that you're hearing me on, which I'm very much enjoying because it doesn't have that awful whine that was in the back of the other one. As far as I could tell, should have just dodged right, but I wanted to try and kill the red. That's it feels bad, but that's also of my own making. All right, but yeah, so feel free to thank him if you're enjoying the fact that every time I speak, you're not hearing a very light in the background, especially at higher volumes. Yeah. Also, fun fact with this mic, if I really wanted to, this has a surprisingly good ASMR type thing, though it's not one ear or other ear. It does well with whispering, so yeah, probably never gonna actually use that, except maybe in some of the SCP readings if something becomes relevant for it, but yeah, it's interesting. Alright, we're gonna take Split here. Double shot is also very nice, but I want to regret Split again. Yep, like that. I think Split's gonna be very, very nice. I just need to be able to actually handle having Split. Because as it is right now, I'm not doing the best at dodging. And you know what? Split and playing with Glass Cannon is actually really helping with dodging. Usually I'm taking damage a lot deeper into these runs, but part of that is also the fact that we just have so much damage that anytime I shoot, it just kills the enemy, so I don't have to worry about the enemies as long. I know with our double shot ship with extra double shot upgrades, where we just end up with 1 damage for everything we're doing, it was terrible. It was so bad. Should have dodged to the right a little bit earlier. Alright. Yeah, just 1 damage. It doesn't matter if you've got like 18 shots coming out. If you're dealing 1 damage, it's not fun. First of all, you don't get to see the big number. Brain. You don't get to see the big numbers. So, yeah, that's half the game just ruined for you right there. But, no, really, it's just, if you deal so little damage, you can't kill the heavier enemies. It really becomes an issue. Alright, kill you. Let's make sure to get that pink. And then the greens can all die. There we go. There we go. All good. Next. Drone, spear, double shot. Oh, we can make up for the lost damage with warrior. Now, I'm not going to... I'm just going to go with this for now. I figure spear can be good, I just have to make it be good. Alright, there we go. Next. Drone, runner. Sure, let's go for runner. Take out that red. A little bit too tight of a dodge to the right there. Needed to wait half a second longer. Alright. Take out this pink. Then stop this red from getting a harsh angle. The other pink can die too while it's at it. And then one last pink, and we're all good. And the rest of this leaves me in fear. One, two, and three. Okay. You know what? Let's go for drone. It's like double shot, but we have a little bit wider of a fire area, and of course, if it gets too terrifying, we can definitely on purpose lose it. Alright, let's make sure to get rid of this red nice and early. There we go. Well, early. Quickly. That's what I meant to say. Nice and quickly. Alright, Razor cookies. Drones are now indestructible. I can no longer lose it by, destroying it on purpose. Yes. Yep, just getting stuck in that corner is never good against those reds. They fire at too high of a fire rate for me to safely get out. Alright, that's most of the pinks gone. I think I can focus on the reds now. There we go. And as usual, the rest are greens, and thus very easy. Well, and yellows. The yellows aren't an issue anymore. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Double shot fire rate. Short drone again. Should have dodged right earlier. That could have been an actually good run. Tragic. Alright, initializing ICEwall program. Let's cut out these pinks nice and early. There we go, and that red shouldn't be too much of an issue either. And it's just greens left. Well, and yellow, but yeah. After we have the majority of the enemies dead, yellows just aren't an issue. There we go. Laser. You know what? Sure. Best part about laser is if we start going for the percent damage increase upgrades and get a hold of, let's see, what was it called? Of bubble, that's what it was. If we can get a hold of bubble, we will be pretty effective at just incinerating everything on the screen. Especially if we can get a diagonal on top of that, of course, but diagonals are, yeah. Diagonals are a bit of an issue. Like that. Yeah, here we go, booster. And then we just need Bubble, which should be the lower upgrade path. Okay, we've gotten the most important one out of the way. Okay, have you target the right first. There we go. Now we can take the rest of this nice and easy. There we go. Next, no Bubble. You know what, let's get Spear for one more pen. Touched a little bit too early there. Alright, let's try one more time. I think by the time we hit the hour mark, I'm going to need a break, because I don't tilt easy, but I don't want to get to the point where I do tilt, because it doesn't feel good. Alright, take you out, take you out. If I die on this one before the hour mark reaches, the last run, I'm just going to try playing silently, only commentating on the actual things happening in-game as lightly as possible. But for now, I will still have that commentaries. But yeah. And one thing I would really love to get to do at one point for the channel is be able to edit. But the editing software that I usually use, or I should say that I have used before and am comfortable with, was something I used in school back like 8 years ago? It's been a while. Okay, we got pink out nice and early. But yeah, so that was the last time I used an actual editing software. Don't hard dodge left. Why did I hard dodge left there? But yeah, so... And since then, all editing software has become subscription-based, so yeah. If anyone has a good free editing software, even if it doesn't have, like, full features, if it just has very basic stuff like, what's it called? Like, just being able to zoom in on stuff, move clips around, and cut stuff, because right now I only have the free Windows editing software, just like video editor or whatever it's called. Then I would love to know what people would recommend, because I would love to get into that. It's just, yeah, I'm not sure what to do. Even if it's on the simple side, as long as I have a few stuff that I can do with it, I do not mind. Okay, now for this last run, I'm going to shut up a little bit so that you guys can enjoy the music, and maybe I'll get a victory out of it. Okay, choice between Double Shot, Sphere, Runner, and Booster. Double Shot is still tempting me, but I think I might go Booster just for the Bubble upgrade later on. You know what? It's not an hour yet. We still have 45 seconds, so we'll go for another. But yeah, editing software. If someone knows of a good one that's free, or you just pay once for it, then I would love to know it. Of course, if it's not like $1,000 or something, because I don't earn money off YouTube. I'm just chilling, letting people enjoy my voice, or just listening to game sounds or whatever else. There we go. But yeah, and on that note of I don't make money off of this, I'm not about to shill Patreon or whatever. Even if I was going to do that, I wouldn't do it for a long time. Yeah, if you guys want to turn on adblock for my videos, go for it. I do not mind. So interesting thing right there. If your ship is trying to move to the left, and I will try and show this off for a second. If your ship is trying to move to the left and you have Ninja Star, the shots will just move to the left. That wasn't something that I'd ever even thought about before, but yeah, interesting. A little vision into how it's programmed, I guess. I'm going to regret this. Let's take Split. Surprisingly, haven't regretted Split yet. Alright, let's see what we have here. Replicants, I don't have drones right now. Would be interesting with Split and Ninja Stars as well, but Oh, I'm going to regret this. Oh, I thought I had the dodge room there. Oh well. Yeah, Fan was actually going to be really, really nice there. I'm a little bit sad that it didn't work out. But thank you all for coming. It's been a wonderful time streaming for you all. Recording for you if you're on YouTube. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming. If you're on Twitch and you enjoyed, I'd love a follow. If you're on YouTube, I'd love a like if you enjoyed, and a subscribe if you want to see more. I do this and SCP readings. Well, this being games and SCP readings. But yeah, thank you all for coming, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Au revoir, goodbye.